The first thing is modulus of x square is equals to 4. Right. So to remove the modulus, we need to check whether the expression in the modulus positive or negative. Here x square. That x square is always positive. So mod x square is directly x square. So I will write it as x square is equals to 4. Modulus of x square is equals to 4 is nothing but x square is equals to 4. Why? Because this x square, the expression in the modulus is always positive. So directly we can remove that modulus. And we know that since x square is equals to 4, the values of x are plus 2 or minus 2. So at the end, for this modulus equation, mod x square is equals to 4, the answers are plus 2 or minus 2. Okay, and that's the first problem. Then think about the second one. Yeah, what it is given? X square minus 5 mod x plus 6 is equals to 0. Once again, x square minus 5 mod x plus 6 is equals to 0. Here, this mod x, we don't know about that x. If x is positive, you just replace mod x with x. If x is negative, replace mod x with minus x. So here we have two chances. In one case, if x positive, and in the other case, if x negative. We need to solve in two possibilities. But I am going in another approach. Okay. See, one way of solving the problem is solving in two cases, x positive case and x negative case. And in the other way, what I do is just look at the problem. This is x square minus 5 mod x plus 6 is equals to 0. And think about this x square. We have a chance. Okay, already I mentioned you in some other point related to that x square along with the modulus. Modulus of x square is equals to mod x square is equals to x square. All these three things are equal. Already I mentioned you, okay? And now just utilize it. Since mod x square is equals to mod x whole square is equals to x square, now just I am rewriting this x square as mod x square. So mod x square minus 5 mod x plus 6 is equals to 0. Just have a look. Now the complete quadratic equation is in terms of mod x. So you just treat that modulus of x as some other variable. And if you factorize, don't try to remove modulus now. You just try to factorize it in terms of modulus only. And if you do it like that, it is mod x minus 2 into mod x minus 3. Okay, I think it is correct, right? Mod x minus 2 into mod x minus 3 is equals to 0, and if you multiply you will get the same equation. And on solving, since the product is 0, either mod x is equals to 2 or mod x is equals to 3. And if this mod x is equals to 2, you will write it as x plus or minus 2. Whereas if mod x is equals to 3, then x is just nothing but plus or minus 3. Here it is plus or minus 2 and there it is plus or minus 3. At the end, the possible values of x are 4. And what are those values? 2, minus 2, 3, minus 3. Okay. And if you have any doubt, just replace those values in the given equation and check whether it is satisfying or not. For suppose if you take 2, what will happen? Just think about it. If you take 2, 2 square is 4 and then this is 10 plus 6 satisfying. Whereas if you take minus 2, still it is satisfying, right? So the same way 3 and minus 3 also. So this second equation has 4 solutions, plus 2, minus 2, plus 3, minus 3. Okay, and that's the second problem. Just have a look. I will erase it and I will discuss the third problem. Okay, just think about it. See, the problems are somewhat simple. Okay, step by step I need to move further. And if you think about the third bit C, see, this is x square minus 5 mod x plus 6 less than 0. Okay, what is B? X square minus 5 mod x plus 6 is equals to 0. What is C? X square minus 5 mod x plus 6 less than 0. See, this is equals to 0 and that is less than 0. The remaining expression is same. So to solve this third bit, just I am using the same discussion, but instead of that is equals to 0, I need to replace that is equals to 0 with what? Less than 0. So as per that C bit, as it is given, just look there, x square minus 5 mod x plus 6 less than 0. So here it is less than 0. So just treat x square as mod x square, here it is less than 0. And on factorization, mod x minus 2 into mod x minus 3 is less than 0. Yeah. Then how to express the values of mod x from this inequality? We are very familiar that if less than 0 is there, then that mod x value is in between the numbers 2 and 3, in between the roots. So here 2 is less than, mod x is less than 3. Just think about it. Mod x value is in between 2 and 3 at the end. But solving an equation means we need to solve for x. Since 2 less than, mod x less than 3, further we need to solve it for x. So this 2 less than, mod x less than 3 can be analyzed in two different ways. In one way, 2 is less than mod x, and in the other way, mod x is less than 3. Just have a look. And now, already we solved these modulus, basic modulus inequalities in maybe third point or something. This mod x is less than 3. From there, the solution is nothing but minus 3 less than x less than 3. Whereas here 2 less than mod x. 2 less than mod x means modulus of x is greater than 2. And since modulus of x is greater than 2, what you say about the values of x? As I mentioned you, the values of x is less than minus 2 or x is greater than 2. Just have a look. So at the end, see, the possibilities are x less than minus 2 or x greater than 2, as well as in between the values minus 3 and 3. Okay, just have a look. Okay, at the end, most probably all these values will satisfy the given inequality, and that's the third bit. Okay, just have a look. At the end, just look at the solution what we discussed now. See, our problem is x square minus 5 mod x plus 6 less than 0, and on solving this we have 2 less than mod x less than 3. So I need to find x values such that modulus of x is in between 2 and 3. So just I analyzed in two cases, 2 less than mod x case is this, and this is the solution, x less than minus 2 or x greater than 2. Mod x less than 3 is the other case, where the solution is minus 3 less than x less than 3. But I need the values of x for such that 2 less than mod x less than 3. So 2 less than mod x less than 3 is true if these both conditions are satisfied. That in the sense, we need to choose the common solutions for these two cases. The common values of x for these two solutions is the final solution. Okay, here I have that x greater than 2. Okay, for suppose if you take a number 5, clearly greater than 2, right? And that 5 won't satisfy this equation, right? And that's why, see, we need to choose the common solutions. Okay, these are the solutions in these sub cases, but the main solution, the final solution for that problem C is just I will give you here. Okay, yeah, for the space concern I am erasing those two, and we are discussing ninth one. For the final solution, you need to represent these two solutions on the number line. Already I mentioned you the way of representing on the number line. The points here are minus 2, 2 and minus 3, 3. Somewhere I have minus 3 and then minus 2. So 2 and then 3. This is the number line. Just think about the solution. In one case, the values of x are less than minus 2 as well as greater than 2. Okay. Since it is this one solution, so just represent them with the same height. And in the other case, the values of x are in between minus 3 and 3. So in between minus 3 and 3. That's the solution. So we need to find the values of x which are satisfying both the conditions, right? And just look at the problem. What is the common solution for these two? So here it is in between minus 3 and 3, and it is minus 2 to 2. If you search for the common solution which is in between minus 3 to minus 2 as well as 2 to 3. At the end, your answers for this problem are, from there we will conclude the solution that x belongs to minus 3 to minus 2 union 2 to 3. Just analyze it. Okay. So if 2 less than mod x less than 3, then what you say about the values of x? The values of x are either in between 2 and 3 or in between minus 3 and minus 2. We arrive to that by analyzing it in two different cases. Okay. Once again, just have a look. And that's the final solution for this given problem, x square minus 5 mod x plus 6 less than 0. Okay, just have a look and then I will solve the remaining problems. As it is given, modulus of x square minus 5x plus 6 is equals to 0 for d bit, and if you analyze this d bit, see, you just send this 6 that side, you will get that modulus of x square minus 5x is equals to minus 6 by sending this plus 6 that side. And now just have a look. This modulus of x square minus 5x means modulus is there, so it is always a positive quantity, and this side you have a negative quantity. And positive is equals to negative is not possible, and that's why this modulus of x square minus 5x plus 6 is equals to 0 has no solution. Okay. Whereas when you think about bit e, modulus of x square minus 5x minus 6 is equals to 0. Here again the same logic. If you send that minus 6 this side, x square minus 5x is equals to 6. Okay. And since x square minus 5x is equals to 6, already we solved some basic modulus equalities. So modulus of something is equals to 6. When it happens, that something, if it is equals to 6 or minus 6. So x square minus 5x is equals to 6 or minus 6. And if you send that 6 this side, then you have two equations here. X square minus 5x minus 6 is equals to 0 is one equation. X square minus 5x plus 6 is equals to 0 is the other equation if you send that 6 this side. So solve those two quadratic. Okay. From one quadratic, x square minus 5x plus 6 is equals to 0. Your values of x are 2 comma 3. From there the values of x are 2 comma 3, and from here if you solve, the values of x may be 6 comma minus 6 comma 1. At the end there are 4 values of x. Excuse me. At the end, if you look, this problem has 4 solutions: minus 6, 1, 2, 3. Okay, just have a look and then try to solve the next problems. Yeah, look there for f. Mod x square minus 5x plus 6 is equals to 0 is given. So solving it is just simply nothing but modulus of some quantity is equals to 0. That in the sense that x square minus 5x plus 6 is equals to 0 directly. Modulus of a value is 0, that in the sense that expression is 0. So x square minus 5x is equals to 0 means you will get the values of x as 2 comma 3. There is the problem. That is f. Whereas if you think about g, modulus of x square plus 6 minus 5x is equals to 0. So how to solve it? See, this is x square plus 6 minus 5x. So how to solve it? Yeah, the way of solvation is simple. You just look at this expression which is there in the modulus. What it is? X square plus 6. X square is a positive quantity, that plus 6 is also a positive quantity. So that x square plus 6 is directly a positive quantity. And since it is always positive, so what you have to say? Directly you have a chance to remove that modulus. So this is x square plus 6. Again that minus 5x is equals to 0. And for this problem again, the values of x are 2 comma 3. Just have a look. Here since the expression x square plus 6 under the modulus is positive, so directly remove the modulus. And you have the equation at the end x values. Whereas in that case, modulus of something is 0, that something is always 0. So and that's why you need to equalize it 0, you will get the values of x. Okay, I will give you one more problem as h. You just try to solve it and I will discuss. Okay, h. Yeah, where you may just take it that x square minus 6 minus 5x is equals to 0. Just try to solve that problem. Okay, here in this case, this x square minus 6 is not positive. Here x square is positive, 6 is positive, we are using plus sign, everything is positive. But here what to say about this x square minus 6? It is sometimes positive and it is sometimes negative, and how to solve it? Just have a look. First analyze that f and g and then think about that h, how to solve. So modulus of x square minus 6 minus 5x is equals to 0. Here the removal of that modulus directly is not possible. So you need to analyze something. Whenever it is positive and whenever it is negative, you need to solve the problem in two cases. In one case, this x square minus 6 is positive, and in the other case that x square minus 6 is negative, so that I can easily remove that modulus. Is it right? So sending this 5x that side also won't work, because here again x is involved, right? Okay, and that's why my way of solution is, the problem I will solve in two cases. Case 1. In this case 1, my choice is x square minus 6 greater than 0. Okay, that's one case. And in case 2, and here I need to consider that x square minus 6 is negative. Okay, and one more thing is, whenever this x square minus 6 positive, whenever it is positive, we know the way of finding x from x square minus 6 greater than 0. It is very clear that whenever x is less than minus root 6 or x is greater than root 6. Okay, in this region, this x square minus 6 is a positive quantity. Okay, this is the heading of the case. In this case, what will happen? In this case, that x square minus 6 is positive. So directly you just remove that modulus sign. You have the problem as x square minus 6 minus 5x is equals to 0. And if you solve it, and this is simply x minus 6 into x plus 1 is equals to 0. And the values of x are 6 or minus 1. And the values of x are 6 or minus 1. We need to check whether this 6 and minus 1 is satisfying this x square minus 6 greater than 0 or not. If you take x is equals to 6, it is okay. Whereas if you take x is equals to minus 1, 1 minus 6 is greater than 0, is wrong thing. So minus 1 is not a solution. So in the first case the problem is over. Whereas in the second case, I am considering that x square minus 6 is less than 0. And since x square minus 6 is less than 0, I need to remove the modulus with a minus sign. Then the problem will become like this. We need to multiply this x square minus 6 with minus sign. Then it becomes like 6 minus x square. Already we have that minus 5x is equals to 0. Now you just multiply everything with minus. So x square plus 5x minus 6 is equals to 0. Then what are the possible values? Then in this case the solutions are, the factorization is x plus 6 into x minus 1 is equals to 0. And the possible values of x are minus 6 or 1. We need to check. If you take x is equals to minus 6, it is not satisfying the heading of the case. So this is not a solution. Whereas x is equals to 1 is okay. So at the end the possible values of x are 6 and 1. To solve it, we need to proceed in two cases. So in one case that x square minus 6 is positive, and in the other case x square minus 6 is negative. Okay, just have a look. 10th one, I am giving you some more observations related to the modulus. Already we know that modulus of x is greater than or equals to 0. Now you just try to compare x and mod x. Which is greater and which is smaller? That's my question. Just think about it, x and mod x. Take any value in the place of x. If it is 0, if x is 0, this is 0 and that is 0, they are equal. If x is positive, this is positive and that is positive, they are what? Equal. And if x is negative, this is a negative number and that mod x is positive. So if x and mod x, and for sure this x is less than or equals to mod x. Is it right? And in the other case, what you say about minus x and mod x? Once again just observe it. I am just comparing this minus x and mod x. I don't know actually x. So to compare, I need to think about x. That x may be 0, that x may be positive, that x may be negative. Okay. So if that x is 0, again this is 0 and that is 0. They are equal. If that x is positive and this minus x is negative and that is mod x. So this is lesser. And if that x is negative, this is x is negative, right? And in that case again if you compare, both are equal. You may take some numbers as a wish. For suppose if you take x is equals to 3, this is minus 3 and that is modulus of 3, you will get 3. So this is lesser. Whereas if you take x is equals to some 4, this is minus 4 and that is modulus of 4. Still it is lesser. So at the end my conclusion is, when you compare x and mod x, x is lesser and sometimes equal. When you compare minus x and mod x, still minus x is lesser and sometimes they are equal because we don't know about x. So mod x is greater than or equals to 0 is one idea, whereas these two are also very familiar and useful ideas in solving some modulus inequalities. Okay, just have a look. X is less than or equals to mod x, whereas minus x is less than or equals to mod x. And one more thing already I mentioned you that mod x square is equals to x square, and that is very clear. And the next thing is what to say about modulus of x into y. What you say about modulus of x into y? Can I write it mod x into y as mod x into mod y? Just think about it. Modulus of x into y is equals to mod x into mod y. Whether it is right or wrong. So to check whether it is right or wrong, you need to think from the directions of x and y. So if both x and y are positive, what will happen? If both x and y are negative, what will happen? And you need to check if one is positive and one is negative. See, if you check in all the possible ways, and for sure mod xy is equals to mod x into mod y, because mod xy, the ultimate result of the left side is positive, mod x into mod y, and that is also positive. So if you take in different possibilities like negative, positive, positive, negative, positive, positive, in all those cases this is correct, right? And one more idea is what you say about modulus of x by y, and that modulus of x by y is again mod x by mod y. Okay, mod xy is mod x into mod y, mod x by y is equals to mod x by mod y. But what you say about modulus of x plus y, whether it is equals to mod x plus mod y, or what you say about modulus of x minus y, whether it is equals to mod x minus mod y. And these two are not, we are not sure about the equality between these two relations. Okay, so in generally mod x plus y is not equals to mod x plus mod y, and this is not equals to mod x minus mod y. And sometimes, okay, sometimes true and sometimes not true, you need to mention like that. Okay, we don't confirm about this. Okay, maybe true or not, we don't know. It's a 50-50 chance, and depending on the values of x and y, we need to fix. Okay, once again, mod x is less than or equals to 0, x less than or equals to mod x, minus x is less than or equals to mod x, and mod xy is mod x into mod y, mod x by y is mod x by mod y, and we are going to think about mod x plus y and mod x minus y. They are exactly not equals to mod x plus mod y, and sometimes they are equal to mod x plus mod y. It all depending on the values of x. And whenever these two are equal and whenever these two are not equal, and usually what is the relation between this mod x plus y and mod x plus mod y, all these things we just learn by triangle inequality of the modulus. From there we need to generate what? Triangle inequality of the modulus. Yeah. So, and in the next class I will handle the triangle inequality, the basic triangle inequality of the modulus, and based on that we are going to check whenever these two are equal and whenever they are not equal. All those things we will discuss in the next class. Okay, just have a look, and most probably I will try to complete this modulus part for the next class because it is ordered, right? And again from Monday onwards we are going to handle what? Step functions. Okay, first of all just have a look.